Hi and Assalamualaikum. Today I want to teach you about the main ideas. Where are the main ideas found? It is easy to identify a main idea that is directly expressed in the text. Main ideas are often found at the beginning of paragraph. The first sentence often explains the subject being discussed in the passage, or in the concluding sentence of a paragraph. The main idea can be expressed as a summation of the information in the paragraph, as well as a link to the information in the next paragraph. It is more difficult to identify a main idea when it is inferred or implied. It can be implied through other words in the paragraph. An implied main idea can be found in several ways. First, several sentences in a paragraph can imply the main idea by introducing facts about the topic before actually state the topic. Implied ideas can be drawn from facts, reasons, or examples that give hints or suggestions concerning the main idea. These hints will be clues leading you to discover the main idea in the selected text. So, let's retry the passage below to see if we can pick out the main idea. To many parents, the infant's crying may be mainly an irritation, especially if it continues for long periods. But crying serves important function for the child as well as for the parents. For the child, crying helps improve lung capacity and the respiratory system. Perhaps more important, the cries serve as a signal of distress. When babies cry, they indicate that they are hungry or in pain, and this is important information for parents. So we can see and identify the main idea for this passage is at the first sentence of this passage. That is, the infant's crying may be mainly an irritation. So, this is the main idea for this passage. So, we can use the hints below to determine the correct main idea of this paragraph. Other reading of paragraph asks, what's point is the author making in this passage? So, ask the following question. First, who? Does the passage discuss a person or group of people? Second is when. Does the information contain a reference to time? Then is where. Does the text name a place? Next is why. Do you find a reason or explanation for something that's happened? And lastly is how. Does this information indicate a method or a theory? How to avoid main idea mistakes? Choosing a main idea from a set of answer choices is different than composing a main idea on your own. Writers of multiple choice tests are often tricky and will give you distraction questions that sound much like the real answer. By reading the passage thoroughly, using your skill, and identifying the main idea on your own, though, you can avoid making these three common mistakes. First, selecting an answer that is too narrow in scope. Then, selecting an answer that is too broad. And lastly is selecting an answer that is complex but contradictory to the main ideas.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Ahmad Akmal bin Anwar and my ID matrix is B0822105590. Okay, today I will show you how to find and verify what is supporting ideas. What is supporting ideas? The supporting ideas are the more focused arguments that strengthen the main ideas. I clarify this as two. They have a clear and direct connection with the main ideas. Number two, they are backed up by evidence or illustrated by examples. Okay, in general, the supporting ideas that strengthen the main ideas are grouped into one paragraph. However, if the paper can gain clarity by dividing a long paragraph into a short paragraph, it is advised to do so. Okay, I move into second page. Okay, I give you the example. Okay, for main idea, John is a really kind person, even though he is a tough basketball player. Okay, for supporting details, my friend met John and he signed her head without her even asking. That's the supporting idea. Okay. The supporting detail above is an anecdote that helps to support and claim that John is a kind person. Okay, let me show you the short stories. The weather was not good for sailing today. The wind was whipping at 30 knots and the seas were dotted with the white caps. We could see the ocean swells around the jetty from the safety of the dock. In the distance, black storm clouds loom on the horizon like an approaching army. Okay, that's the short story. Okay. The previous paragraph is an example of fiction with the main idea and supporting details. The first sentence declares that the weather wasn't good for sailing. The following sentences are the supporting details that help to clarify what the weather was like to give the reader a more vivid picture. Okay, that's my point. Okay, after this, my friend will show you the details about another short story.
Hello everyone, I'm here with Mama. I'm here to talk about the main idea. So we move on to the next example. So this is about Pinocchio. So the title was Why Pinocchio Lost So Long. A poor man named Geppetto went to crave himself marionette in order to make a living as a puppeteer. He is given a piece of enchanted wood, and as soon as Geppetto craved the puppet, which is named Pinocchio, he began abusing the old man. As his spade made Pinocchio run away, and Geppetto is arrested when he sees the puppet. Pinocchio returned to Geppetto home alone, and when the talking cricket admonished him, Pinocchio killed the cricket. Going his own way and ignoring all advice, Pinocchio soon fell in with a variety of bad characters, particularly the fox and the cats, which came to steal the 5 gold pieces Pinocchio was given for Geppetto. Eventually, the fox and the cat, accused as assassins, hang Pinocchio in order to get the gold pieces. However, the family has saved Pinocchio at the last moment. When Pinocchio last to the story about the gold piece, Christmas grows comically long. Later, Pinocchio again falls in the fox and the cat who trick him out of his gold. Eventually, Pinocchio finds the fairy again and comes to life with her as soon as her son. As you can see, the main idea was Geppetto and Pinocchio. So in the first paragraph, a man named Geppetto wanted to place himself married in order is a main idea. So the supporting idea was to make a living as a painter and the boat. He is given a piece of the wood and as better grab the puppet and begin causing the omen. That's all the separatists is. So as the second paragraph, the main idea is Pinocchio returns to Geppetto home alone and when the talking cricket admonish him. So the separatist idea is the bull. So you can see Pinocchio killed the cricket and so on. So as for the third paragraph, the main idea was however to ferret with iron hands with Pinocchio at the last moment. That's the main idea. So the separate idea is the bold one. So when Pinocchio left to the ferret about the good piece, his nose grows comically long and so on. So as the woman, the main idea is commonly at the first sentence, and the supportive is second or third sentence. So that's all.
My name is Muhammad Nabi Ahmad and my number matric is B082210496. Let me show you short story Why Pinocchio Not So Long. A poor man named Geppetto wants to carve himself a marionette in order to make a living as a puppeteer. He is given a piece of handwork and a son Geppetto cuff the puppet, with the name Pinocchio. It begins abusing the old man. Once its feet met, Pinocchio ran away, and Geppetto is arrested when he seizes the puppet. Pinocchio returned to Geppetto's home alone, and when the talking cricket admonished him, Pinocchio killed the cricket. Going his one way and ignoring all advice, Pinocchio's son fell in with a very tale of bad characters. Particularly the fox and the cat, who seemed to steal the 5 gold pieces Pinocchio was given for Geppetto. Eventually, the fox and the cat discuss assassin and Pinocchio in order to get the gold pieces. Next, however, the fairy with azure hair saved Pinocchio at the last moment. When Pinocchio lied to the fairy about the gold pieces, his nose grows comically long. Later, Pinocchio again falls in with the fox and the cat, who trick him out of his gold pieces. Eventually, Pinocchio finds the fairy again and comes to life with her as her son. Thank you.
Okay, that's all for my from Pinocchio Group supporting details.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.